Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, and we were just talking about how Mike gets ready to go in the morning, but it's not.
Get her up and get her going.
Yeah, it's not. You can't put that on the air, unfortunately.
I feel like I'm interviewing a longshoreman here.
So he's all ready to go. He's all cranked up, and he will hopefully provide you with some entertainment this morning.
Preferably, we are on cable, so we can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, if we're on Apple TV and Roku and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, I guess we can get away with some of it.
Worldwide on the internet.
Oh, we're worldwide on the internet.
Wow. Can you believe that?
Oh,
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
I hope the FBI isn't watching.
We don't get any play in the newspaper.
No, we don't get the clippings, in a framed deal and hanging on the wall. Well, you've been here 7 years?
Yeah, something that our supposedly counterparts at the HPAT just had a story done on them. But congratulations to them.
Yeah, that's great for the guys that have that done and give a little notoriety to notoriety.
Oh
well, have
easy
Notre
for
Dame
you
on
to
the
say,
name.
yeah. But
anyways, good job.
I'd say because we were joking out at the table that we're the #1 ranked sports show in the Northland at Guardian Angels Rehabilitation Center. So, what more credentials could you need than that?
Well, we're gonna, we don't want to get any bad emails, so you gotta be nice.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you listening if you're up there. And
so I come to the question, I guess we can ask Ron, is are they going to continue that show next year? They got 3 new guys?
2 so far.
Oh, 2 so far.
All right,
Yeah,
well.
I thought I stumped them there. I was thinking for a while.
Yeah, he's usually got that right on the...
Yeah, right on.
It might not be just guys. That's all I was.
Oh, well, yeah, well, okay, they'll have to throw a couple girls in there and get their perspective and all that, and...
Well, we could have a couple girls.
Well, we could have some guests on, but unfortunately...
Yeah, those lawsuits that you have, we can't do that.
Our guest last week didn't get back to me, and I haven't gotten back to him, but...
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, by the way, we are brought to you by a quarter cup of Caribou coffee. What do we have today?
Turtle mocha.
It looks like
Or
something.
cooler, turtle cooler.
Looks like something a turtle.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, just remember, Caribou, he's the one who said it, not me.
Hey, I drink this stuff every day. I couldn't afford it. How can you afford that?
Well, I've got enough points built up where I get some free.
I wonder why you got your golf balls out of the lake. You can't afford the new ones.
Yeah, that's for sure. Of course, I haven't lost that many this year.
No.
To be honest with you, I've only maybe lost 1.
So we're kind of winding down on high school sports.
Yes.
Tournament time is coming.
Softball started yesterday with not Hibbing, but Class A teams started yesterday. Hibbing will start Thursday or today, or whenever you see this. We're doing this on a Wednesday because our producer's
He's ready going to Myrtle Beach.
he's leaving. Although we shouldn't say that on the air, right? Because now people know he's gone. But
What, that he's going to Myrtle Beach?
yeah.
Oh.
But
On his private jet.
yeah, that's it.
I wonder why we don't have any funding here.
I know. It all goes. No, we're not getting into that one because it could probably get them in trouble. But they go down to they got the 5th seed for the Section 7 3A tournament, so they're going to travel down to North Branch to take on the Vikings.
I thought they had a better record than that.
Nah, well, evidently not. So they are on the road, but they're fortunately for them, the double elim portion of the tournament starts for them tomorrow.
Right.
So if things don't go well, they'll get to play again. And but for some teams yesterday in Class A, that was it.
Yeah.
They had to win their first game to get into the double elim, and some of them are done. I know both Nashwauk and Chisholm are done.
Oh, really?
For the year.
Wow.
Yeah, and Chisholm lost to Southridge, and I believe Nashwauk. Who did they lose to? Maybe Carlton. I can't remember. But Cherry did win. They beat Little Fork Big Falls. It was like 15, 14, 15 to 0. Lauren Staples threw a perfect game through 4 innings. So congratulations
Yeah.
to Cherry. But Hibbing, we'll see. I mean, they came up with 2 big wins over Mesabi East and Esco last week, and they're starting to hit the ball a little bit. Ani Bobin they're going to ride her all the way to as far as they can get,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But it's not gonna be easy because Section 7 3A's got some. You have North Branch and Hermantown and Chisago Lakes, all have really good pitchers.
Yeah.
So
Some of the bigger schools.
yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I hope good luck to Katie and her team, and hopefully, last year they almost got into the finals. They missed the finals by 1 game.
Yeah.
And they would have had to have beat North Branch twice because North Branch was the team that went to state last year, and they got the 4th seed this year. So,
Well,
it's kind of weird.
all you can do is do the best that they can, like you said, though. Ride the pitch and see how far that can get them, and if they're starting to hit the ball, then you never know, and anything can happen, right?
Well, it's fast pitch, and you wouldn't expect high-scoring games.
Yeah.
Not at this level anyway. So, if they can bunt a run across or bunt a runner over, or get a run across, anything's possible. And they made a nice run again, like I say, last year. So we'll see what happens this
Maybe
year.
take a page out of the Twins' new playbook, where they're actually playing a little small ball now to get score runs. So
Yeah, they're not relying on the home run.
no,
But they do have some power, though. I mean,
He's in rehab.
well, yeah, that's true. He's working his knee out, and
But we'll continue with the high school,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about.
so baseball. They still have some games, regular season games this week. They're coming off their wood bat tournament. Won 1 game out of the 3, and in the other 2, they gave up 18 and 13 runs. So there's. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, some of it's just not smart baseball, and I could lament and go over one play that happened, but I don't know if I should or not. But it was just a matter of if they would have done that play right, they might have got out of that inning without giving up any runs.
Well, you lost me at lament.
Well, not
Whatever-
that. Well, it's a
whatever that
big
means.
word. I'm sorry, I use big words. That's what happens when you're a writer, I guess.
Yeah, but you spelled it wrong in the article.
No, probably. More than likely. Probably spelled it L-E instead of L-A. Yeah. But,
Well, but they could part of that be the fact that basically their season started a week ago with the way the weather was, and they were playing inside and was trying to get outdoors, and great that they got the tournament in. That's a great wood bat tournament. I wish I could go back to wood bats. I think it makes baseball more interesting, but I understand the financial side of it. So
well, yeah, but you got to realize what the weather was like.
oh yeah,
Friday night was awful,
Yeah.
and Saturday wasn't any better. No, I know all 4 teams had to play in the same weather, but nobody wants to
Not
play
much
in
fun
that.
playing, yeah.
No, it wasn't any fun watching.
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, it was nice to be outside, but you want to kind of be warm when you're watching a baseball
that's something
game.
we hadn't seen for a while here in Minnesota.
Yeah, we had one day. What did you think of your spring day yesterday? I
It was
guess on
nice.
Tuesday.
Very nice.
Ooh. Watching a softball game without freezing, I mean, well, like I say, with this Chisholm softball team, that was their first practice outside on their field was Monday.
Wow, that's tough.
I know.
That's tough.
And now they're done.
One and done.
Yeah, it's one and done. I mean, they got some games. They must have played some games there, obviously, but they could never get out and practice. And baseball's going to be the same. I don't think Hibbing's been on their baseball field for more than a week to practice yet. I'm sure they'll get there because they'll probably be out all.
Think they'll try to push to have it play in the fall now?
No, I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I know golf will never happen because I heard that nobody wants to give up their courses
Right.
in August and September. So I don't think it's a possibility for any of those, but who knows? Maybe the State High School League can wield their authority, and another big word for you.
Yeah, they'll screw it up. Oop, did I say that?
No, you didn't. We're all for the state high school league.
You may be.
Well, you deal with them more than I do.
Well, they've
so.
screwed up more things than chocolate chip cookies.
Whatever that means.
Figure that one out, Ron.
But yeah, it's been
Wherever
now-
the dough goes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now I know they play. I know Hibbing has. I believe has a home game on Friday against Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin. They were scheduled. Now maybe it was just a junior varsity or junior varsity game against Rock Ridge on Thursday.
And we got hats off to the 7th and 8th grade team. Ended up 5-1 this year.
5-1.
Seventh
Six,
grade.
Huh?
Just the seventh.
the 7th grade.
Oh, just the
team.
7th grade team. Sorry, I thought.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure
Combined.
the 8th grade. How was the 8th grade team?
I don't know.
Okay, he doesn't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
Next year.
yeah, next year.
next year. But yeah, but 7 games.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's not enough to even make a dent in how much you
No.
improve. So, track must be starting. I know that Section 7A starts their subsection tomorrow. One's in Aurora, where I'm going, I guess. I have to go over there. So you have to drive to Aurora to watch 7A track.
Why don't you get on the plane that he flies on and go have him take the
Have
private
Tate
jet there?
Over there, yeah. Land. Is there?
Drop you off.
Yeah.
All right, just push me out. Give me a parachute. Push me out. No, land in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward
I'm
to
here.
that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But
You'll have 3 of those coffee lattes on the way up.
yeah,
Keep them awake.
I may need to be passed out by the time I
Yeah.
jump out of the plane. I don't know about that one, but
Just when you go through Aurora, don't blink.
all right. Well, no, but the nice thing is it's not that far. It's only like a couple miles from Giants Ridge.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh.
once you get to Giants Ridge,
Tea time.
yeah, I could maybe stop by there. But I also have something else to do tomorrow night, which I'll tell you after the show.
Oh.
Which I can't believe I have to do, but
Those daily chores.
I'm sure the boys Hibbing track probably starts sections next week. I believe it's a 2-day affair.
I assume that's being held at a school that has
A track.
artificial turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why we're doing all this project out there,
Yep.
so we can host.
I think they're looking at next month to start laying the turf down at the
Okay.
field. So
Well, what do they have to do now? Are they doing anything
just prep
now?
the field. I think right now they're just doing some more prepping to get the field ready and then lay the turf out. So.
Oh, okay. I still haven't driven by there. I got to go by there, and I always say I'm gonna do that, but I never do.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Did the races get rained out?
No, races
They
were
went off?
run Saturday.
Oh,
and
really?
I congratulate my son. He won the feature.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, you have to do another story on him.
You beat that. You beat that combination of Rich Ruzich and Zach Ruzich. Did they? I'm assuming they
I
raced.
think I'm not sure if they're. I'm assuming that. I mean, they had what they have 12 cars in the Hornet division now. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was fun to watch. I'd rather watch them. To be honest with you, it's more interesting to watch so than some of the other classes, I guess, if you want to put it.
Well, but now he's becoming a veteran in the Hornet class, and
when you race against 12 and 13-year-olds, it doesn't take much to be a senior citizen.
so that's why he's gonna win
Yeah.
that. He's gonna win the points
Yeah.
title there because he's got all those young kids in there.
He's having fun. He enjoys it, and it's not a real. Some of that stuff. It gets to be so expensive that when you start mortgaging your house to pay for the race car, that's tough.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I always wondered that too. I brought that up on the show before too, probably, but. With
yeah,
the
track-
rigs they have and cars they have, and
it's an expensive hobby, I guess is how you would put it.
that's it.
But yeah, they'll be racing this Saturday again, and last Sunday I think they had their first enduro race, which I guess went over pretty well. So again, it wasn't exactly Florida weather watching the races on Saturday. Oh, she was cold.
Well, that's why I was wondering if they even did it because I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of fans, a lot of people that weren't there to watch, but When you get inside that little cockpit, and it's pretty warm inside those cars. So
I suppose.
yeah.
Tennis, boys got beat in the team event by Hermantown last week, so they got knocked out, but the individual tournament portion of the tournament started today on Wednesday down in Duluth, and they had Isaiah Hildenbrand and Christian Dixon were playing in the singles, and in doubles it was Drew Anderson and Cooper Hendrickson, and then Jack Gabardi and Tristan Babbage. So they'll hopefully make it out of today and get to play tomorrow, and hopefully we get somebody advancing the state in tennis.
Yep. One thing I was going to say before we started the show, and I guess I should have started off with this, is we'd like to take a moment and just send our thoughts and prayers to the people of Texas. Man, what a terrible tragedy. Wow. 19 children. Second through fourth grade, and a couple of teachers.
Yeah.
You're wondering where the hell this country is going.
No.
But,
And and not to add on to that, I guess it's just that weapon he used. I guess they had to have DNA testing to determine
who was who.
who was who.
Yeah.
Because that's how bad that those kids were. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean, that's why talking like this, I mean, we have fun here, but
Yeah. But reality sets in. You realize
Yeah.
the world we're living in today, but you can't take the actions of one individual and politically blame every other person in the world for his problem.
I know. I get where you're coming
Yeah.
from, but it makes everybody else look bad when one individual
Sure it does.
that.
Sure it does.
And it's just too bad.
It's like, I don't know. It's just a terrible deal. So yeah, again, it's the worst thing in the world is to lose a child. And
Oh yeah. Well, I know
So-
you've had that experience. I
but,
know that. But
so thoughts and prayers to those people down there, and we'll go from there. Hey, Josh Donaldson.
yeah, I'll get back to reality.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine him still playing for the Twins and doing the crap that he's doing for the Yankees? But he'll get away with it because he plays for the Yankees.
Yeah, I play. Yeah. Well, that I'm not. Evidently, Tim Anderson said 2 or 3 years ago that he was going to be the next.
Jackie Robinson. Good for him.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's no problem. I mean, if that's how he feels, great.
But I hate to tell him, but that barrier has already been broken by Mr. Robinson. So
Yes. and if he's actually said it, and then Donaldson was saying it in jest,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to get whether it was racist or not. I have no idea.
Well, and I guess what I look at, Gary, is the fact that he says, "Yeah, I'm the next Jackie Robinson." Is he talking about because Jackie Robinson was the first, black athlete to break the color barrier, or is it the fact that Jackie Robinson was a great baseball player? Which angle was he going for?
Well, I'm assuming I'll agree with, but I'd have to think the latter, that he was a great baseball
Right.
player, and Tim Anderson, maybe he will be that good. He's already a fairly decent player, and who knows how it was said? I mean, I don't know.
But I think it just gives credence to why the Twins got rid of him.
No, because Max Kepler just the other day had a statement saying that it's so much more fun
Playing
in this clubhouse.
Yeah.
The players.
Well, they got-
No, I'm not saying that's Donaldson's fault. But
No.
I mean, it was, but.
But they got some enthusiasm now. They got the young kids, and you look at the young Arise. He's probably one of the better players in baseball right now.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
What did he say? He had 3 swinging strikes where he missed the ball in 83 pitches.
Struck out last night for the first time in a long time.
Oh, did he swing at it?
Yep.
Oh, well, but was it a curveball? No, this was fastballs.
No, this was
On fastballs. So if
Yeah.
maybe he struck out swinging at a curve.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
yeah, but he was 3 for 4. So, boy, that's a bad night.
yeah, yeah, he struck out the one time.
Yeah.
Darn it.
I think he was just doing this impersonation of the big whiff. So no, he is playing first.
Yeah,
But
the smallest first baseman.
The
in
smallest
in
baseball.
I think.
Yeah, 5'10" or whatever he is.
No, yeah, and plus I think now he has enough plate appearances to be considered for the batting
Bad
title.
title. Good.
So, yeah, well, let's hope. I think he was third in the league and second in the AL as far as batting average.
Well, we'll jump right into the Twins while we're talking about them, and we'll see how good they are when they're done with Detroit, done with Kansas City, Cleveland, and the Yankees come to town.
Yeah. Well, they did have last week when they started playing Kansas City there, they had 15 games against Kansas City and Detroit
Right.
coming up.
Right.
Now they played the 3 against Kansas City and the 2 against
Detroit.
So
They
now
play
they
at noon
have
today.
10 more games against those 2 teams. And, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out that Kansas City and Detroit are probably not going to be in the hunt
No.
at this point. At least Detroit. Maybe Kansas City is a different thing, but here's your time to make hay as far as, as the old saying goes, if you're going to play those 2 teams that many times. And now they're 11 games over 500.
But you still got to beat them.
Wow.
And it's been interesting and fun to watch how they beat teams now. Like we were saying, they play a little bit of small ball now, and pitching has been phenomenal. And the 2 new guys we mentioned before the show, Ryan, and then last night
Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray. If you can continue to get pitching like that, you're going to be okay. So, but
Well, and Chris, I hate that Chris Archer has not done a bad job. They haven't asked him to go more than 4 innings yet.
Yeah.
But the guy didn't have any spring training, and he signed late on
Yeah.
top of it. So, you're not going to blow his arm out like Chris Paddock.
yeah, well,
I
like
mean-
you mentioned before the show, I think he came to the Twins as damaged goods.
Well, he only had 5 starts, and all of a sudden his elbow
Throw
hurts.
his elbow out.
So I don't know. So Pagan, Emilio Pagan is the other guy that got in that trade with Taylor for Taylor Rogers, and kind of scary. But I guess the other night he pitched 2 innings, and
Well, last night he pitched.
he probably got out of that jam. So as long as he doesn't walk guys, he's probably a fine closer. Well,
Tough to hit 102.
that was Joan Duran though.
Or Duran was last night.
Duran
I'm
was
sorry.
last night
Yeah.
through that. Pagan is the other one who's
But
been
an
out
off-speed pitch coming at you at 102 miles an hour. Wow.
So yeah, it's that. But to me, that's I don't know why Baldelli's even messing with
Who?
Baldelli, Rocco,
Balboa.
Balboa. Okay, all right. So I'll call him Balboa from now on because you'll know who it is
Wait
then.
till you write the next article. Rocky Balboa,
Balboa.
manager of the Twins.
I don't know why he's taking so long to not use Duran as his closer all the time. I mean that.
That's one problem I think he has as a manager. I don't think he has. He doesn't handle the pitching right, and he'll leave guys in when he should be taking them out, and vice versa. So, and I don't know if that comes down to your taking more from your pitching coach and let him do it, but it just doesn't seem like he pulling guys when he shouldn't be, and he's pulling them when he should. So I don't. It just. That's about the only fault I see in the Rocky, and the fact that he can only go 8 rounds. That's okay.
Well, that was
he's like the pitchers. 50 pitches, you're done.
done. Yeah, I mean, they're letting them go.
You won 85.
Well,
almost
Gray
90
went
pitches.
7 innings yesterday,
Yep.
which is probably a top
He
for
had
a
90 some
starter.
pitches last night.
Yeah.
So,
But there's only been one complete game, I think,
yeah. And hopefully,
this
as the
year.
weather warms up, the bats will warm up a little bit more, and I think you feel more comfortable playing when it's 75 or 80 degrees than it is 40 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's where we hope the bats kind of heat up, but they've been winning, like you say. I mean, we always complain about the shifts
yep,
that they put on, but now the Twins are starting to
shift.
beat the shift.
Yeah.
And they're hitting the ball to the opposite field, and they've quit the launch angle thing, at least for now.
All right.
And they're getting base hits and scoring runs the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Well, when you got 3 guys in between second and first, and 1 guy playing shortstop, that third baseline looks awful tantalizing for someone if he can hit.
Well, if you can do it, I mean, like in slow pitch softball, you can probably just force your way to get over there because the pitch is so coming in so slow. But it's not as easy with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to say, oh, I'm going to place it down to third baseline.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
suppose there's good enough hitters to do that. But they don't, like you said before, they don't like to bunt.
No,
And all they have to do is bunt the ball when there's no third baseman, and you're beating that out, unless you got the speed of me.
I still think they should outlaw the shift. Should
Well-
be allowed it. Next year they're thinking about it, right?
Well, I think so. I think it's supposed to be
Play
all
baseball
on
the
next
way it's
year.
supposed to be, straight up. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. Well, you move a guy over a couple feet or, whatever.
Yeah.
But not, I mean, that's like playing a rover in slow pitch, putting a second baseman out in the short right field. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not, I don't know. It's smart baseball in a sense, but it also makes it no fun because a hit is a hit.
Yeah. And just think if they had the shift when Rod Carew was playing, would he have had a batting title?
Oh, a lot more than he did.
Yeah. Well, because he could place it down the opposite
Yeah.
field. So
There's a guy that was good enough that could
Yep.
probably, and there's a guy that could bunt that would make sure that shift that wasn't played on him very often.
and steal home 7 times.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, anyways, the Vikings haven't done anything. The Wild, they still suck. So they haven't done anything.
No, and I don't think I think they have to wait till the playoffs are over before they can even
Yeah. And
consider.
the Loons.
I don't know how they're doing.
Maybe
I
one-
see the Lynx. The Lynx won their second game last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So what does that make Cheryl Reeve right now? I mean, they haven't been in the playoff, or they were in the playoffs last year and got beat right away. So does that make her a bad coach now?
I don't think so. I think it's just their draft picks haven't really developed into what they thought they were going to be. So, I mean, look at the coach for the Gophers basketball program.
Ben Johnson
No, the girl.
or the whole Lindsay Whalen.
Lindsay Whalen, how
Yeah.
successful she was, and then after her first year, everything kind of went down from there. So, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think right what you said of the Wild. I think Fiala, they're probably going to trade him.
That'd be a mistake in my mind. That'd be a mistake
Well-
unless they get a Bobby Orr.
Well, you're going to trade him to the rumor has it that they trade him to Ottawa for the second pick in the draft,
Oh,
first round. So we'll see. I mean, that's all that can happen.
that could be a money thing too, though.
Yeah, and but we're not doing it. Bill Guerin is, and
Yeah.
more power to him. He knows what he's doing more than we do.
So,
Well,
again, we muddled our way through 28 minutes of BS.
pretty much that's
Yeah,
all it
and
is.
if we said anything derogatory about all our 3 fans, we're sorry.
But hopefully we'll be back next week on Friday.
If Ron comes back from
Yeah,
Porter Vallarta.
yeah. But we'll be back Friday. We hope you enjoyed the show. For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you next week.
Hibbing Public Access Television would like to thank U.S. Bank for providing us with studio space.